But for all of his portrayal of human angst and suffering on screen, in real life, Lynch is pursuing something quite the opposite.
So when are you going to start, meditating? Soon, I hope.
Does it look like I
Yeah. No, everybody does. It's not that you're in trouble.
I was wondering.
David Lynch has been doing transcendental meditation for 32 years.
Let's just sit easily and close the eyes.
It's a practice where you sit comfortably, even in the office boardroom, and meditate for 20 minutes, twice a day. For the believers, doing just that will make you a happier, more creative human being. David Lynch is such a believer that he's trying to raise money to set up what he calls peace palaces all over the world.
Ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, there it goes. It's just too cool.
Wow.
He's also such a believer that he took some time off editing his latest film to talk about how his idea could save the world the way he says it saved him. What was going on in your life where you thought you needed to do something?
I'll tell you, I had it made. I was right in the middle of my first feature, Eraserhead. I had the stables, which was many buildings, of a 55-room mansion in the middle of Beverly Hills. I had the whole stables for a sound stage. I had all the equipment I needed. I had people helping me. I had it made. And this thing, I should have been very, very happy. But there was something missing. There was a thing missing. And my sister called out of the blue one day and said she started Transcendental meditation. And I heard a change in her voice.
What change?
A happiness, just a beautiful change in her voice on the telephone. And what she told me about it, I put with what I'd learned. And I said, that's it, that's the one for me. 2 weeks after I started meditating, my first wife comes to me and she says, what's going on? And I was quiet for a while because, as I say, it could have been any number of things she was referring to. And then I say, what are you talking about? And she says, this anger, where did it go?
How did that anger manifest itself in your marriage prior to you discovering transcendental meditation?
It was bad, but it wasn't bad all the time. It was bad mostly in the mornings. But
for example?
I would take things out on her, and it was like not a pleasant thing. When someone's angry, no one wants to come around. And they got that look, and they got that kind of, gray thing, and you don't want to go, too close. And this is a poison for that person, and it's a poison for the environment.
What did you have to learn to do?
I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
Okay, so you're given a mantra. A mantra is a sound, a thought, or a vibration. It's a word. And you don't meditate on the meaning of it. You just repeat this mantra. It's a very specific sound, vibration, thought.
Can you give me an example?
No, because you don't say your mantra out loud. The mantra is so specific, it is the thing that turns the mind within. I was given my mantra, and then I was taken to a little quiet room and told to sit down comfortably, close my eyes, and start repeating that mantra inside. And that's what I did. And it was as if, as I say, I was in an elevator and someone snipped the cables. Down. Bliss. The most beautiful, it was familiar and yet unique. I cannot tell you. I said, since then, the word unique should be saved for this experience.
You've experienced that.
For 32 years.
32 years. You've been meditating.
Every day. Twice a day. I've never missed a meditation.
It sounds lovely.
You say it sounds lovely. And in a way, by saying it like that, you say, well, it's good for you, Dave, and, more power to you. And it's, if I could say something to you that would get you to catch, how powerful it is and how good it would be for you and how much you would appreciate, that you would never be sorry that you did that, ever. And the changes that would occur, you would own. It's not when the drug wears off, you go, it goes away. You own it. The more of this you expand, the more of that you'll always have, always have, always have. And you're unfolding your full potential.
But David, is it good for filmmaking, such as the films that you've made in
Very,
your career?
very good.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm thinking Blue Velvet, I'm thinking Wild at Heart, I'm thinking Mulholland Drive. These are dark films.
There's dark and light in them. And people, you know, see what they want to see. But all of them have contrast. And stories should have that. And I love going into another world. I love to catch ideas. That's the most beautiful day when you catch an idea that you fall in love with and you see what cinema could do to that idea. That's euphoria. And the pressure in this business, it really can kill you. And there's fear in this business. There's anxiety. There's doubts. There's all kinds of things. It's torment. And this starts lifting away more and more and more. So you just love the doing. And it's so beautiful. And then ideas can flow. And a knowingness grows, and that's intuition. It's sort of a feel-think that combines. This is money in the bank for the filmmaker.
What have you noticed in society which led you to think this could really help our society?
It's obvious. There's a truckload of ignorance, you know, several, million truckloads of negativity, mistakes.
You mean the Iraqi war, for instance?
Yes, start with that and just add on to it. You hear it all the time. There's a lot of suffering, and it doesn't have to be. It does not have to be.
So what is it that you want to do exactly?
I want to raise money, and I want to raise money to allow any student who wants to learn Transcendental meditation to dive within and make their life better and better and better, to be able to do that.
Any student anywhere in the world?
Anywhere. If you're a human being, this will work. And you create peace-creating experts, and you give them a place, like, you give steel workers a factory, you give peace-creating experts their own factory, where they will produce the effect of peace for a city, a country, a world.
Do you think you'll ever realize your dream with your partner regarding the palaces of peace?
Oh, sure. It's coming. It's just money now.
How much of it do you have?
Well, small amount, but
Don't care to tell me?
Everything starts small, and you go from there. So we're out trying to find those well-wishers of humanity and make this thing happen.
David Lynch, thank you.
Thank you very much.